Waterboy's cover came about because Richard Curtis texted me randomly and said, "Hi Ellie, I'm interested in you doing a version of this song for my film About Time." And I watched the film, watched a screening of it, and absolutely loved it. And I've always loved his film since Four Weddings and a Funeral. And I genuinely didn't know what I was going to do with it because the original is so different, far away from my own music, that I thought I was going to really struggle with doing something. So I said, I said to my manager and stuff, I was like, I don't think I can do this. And then I put it to just piano. I put like just the lyrics to piano and guitar, and it kind of started coming together. So I did like a bit more of a broken down, emotional, quite sort of soft version. And then yeah, he really liked it. I started thinking about it. I feel like it's going to come together so much more when I meet the right producer. I've got a few people in mind that I'd really like to spend some time with and experiment with. But my instincts are telling me that I'm not ready yet to start properly. I've been so horrendously busy with Halcyon, and I'm still very committed to it and attached to it, and I feel like I'm not quite ready to move on to a new chapter. Every single day that I was asked in an interview, like, who do you want to work with? I was like, Drake. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, like, I sampled his album, and it was madness. I met with her producer in my flat actually a few days ago. He's lovely. I'm gonna do some stuff with him, I think. But I think she's great. I think it's awesome that she's only 16 and she's so switched on and bright, and she's a great artist. And I think I wish her all the best. Yeah. FKA Twigs, Banks, Henry Crinkle, Cyril Hahn, always, I think is amazing. These guys called Citizen, they're kind of like, I reckon they're gonna go down a Disclosure kind of road. I just discovered this new singer, but I don't even want to say his name because like I'm so excited for him, like, but he's only just kind of started out. It's called Victor Taiwo. And he has a song called Digital Kids, and it's like my favourite song ever at the moment. But I'm listening to so much weird like house music. I'm really into house music at the moment. But I also just obviously I've always been obsessed with remixes, and Henry Crinkle is one of my favourite producers at the moment. And he's just done a remix for me, and I'm like so excited about it. He did a remix of How Long Will I Love You? And then there's this guy called Honest. And then Blood Diamonds, I absolutely love. My go-to girl power anthem? Well, obviously it has to be Raw. Like that's the latest one. I think literally can't think of a more empowering song than that right now. And like, even though I tried so hard for it to not be in my head when it first came out, because I was like, nope, it's not gonna get in my head. And it is like every single day. Like me and my assistant is in our head. We sing it every day. My makeup and my hair and my clothes get talked about, sometimes more than my performance. And I can imagine that guys wouldn't necessarily get that kind of scrutiny. You know, I wore a gold dress that kind of made me look like I was naked, which I wasn't. But, you know, I was asking for it really. So, like, no wonder people have talked about it. But there's definitely been times where I wish that there had been more, like my first performance at iTunes Festival a few years ago when I came back with Halcyon. And then like the thing that was talked about the most was the fact that I had cornrows, which I thought were really cool. But like no one talked about my performance. I felt like I gave a really big performance and I sang pretty good. And yet the only thing that was talked about was the way I looked. So I guess like people can go easy on the the way, your appearance. But I feel like that's not even men talking about it. I feel like that's just like other women. 2014 is just, I'll probably release another song from Halcyon Days, and then touring a lot, Europe and Australia, New Zealand, coming back here to the States to do a big tour, doing some festivals. And I think even Asia I'm visiting a little bit, but it's just going to be a lot of touring next year.